In this tutorial, we're going to make a sort of dynamic 3D wave line in Adobe Illustrator. So to start, we're first going to make a rectangle, and I also have all my colors I want to use ready here. I have them from the Adobe Color team site, so I will leave that in the description below, and I will also leave the hex codes in the description below. But first we're going to create a rectangle. So let's make a rectangle here. And I'm going to create two sorts because the size of your rectangle does matter for this project. So with this rectangle, I'm going to take my selection tool and I'm going to duplicate this rectangle by holding the Alt Option key and then just dragging it like this. Then with it still selected, I'm going to go to my swatches and give it another color. And then I'm going to do that one more time. So keep that selected, press the Alt Option key, and then just drag it down. And then still selected, make it another color. So I now have these three rectangles, and I'm going to select all three of them. And then again, Alt Option key and make a duplicate. And then I'm going to select all the lines here, all the rectangles. And again, I'm going to press, well, not again, I'm going to press the Ctrl Command D option to repeat my previous steps. Okay, so now we have a lot of rectangles in color. I'm going to put them aside because we won't use them immediately. But what I'm also going to do is create a new rectangle in the same color, of course. The new rectangle will be a bit bigger, something like this. And then we start with this light green and same again, make a copy, give it the other color, make a copy, and the other color, select all of them, make a copy, and then select all again and press Ctrl Command D to repeat your steps. And now, same thing, selecting all of them, I'm going to put them aside. Let's zoom out a bit like this. Okay. Now, we have our rectangles and the colors we want. Now we're going to use the pen tool and we're going to make a sort of wavy line. So it doesn't have to be perfect from the beginning. We can tweak it afterwards if we're not happy with it. But we're going to make a sort of wavy line like this, pressing the Escape key. With that selected, I'm going to make it a line instead of a fill. And then with this one still selected, the same as with the rectangles, I'm going to press my Alt Option key and make a duplicate of my path like this. And then to make the comparison between the rectangle sizes accurate, I'm going to select both of these lines, paths, and make a duplicate. So we have the same setup for both these things. Now, we have our lines, our wavy lines, we have our rectangles. I'm going to collapse this one. What we're going to do now is take the selection tool, select both of these, and then go to Arrange, right click, and choose Arrange, or go to Object, Arrange, and then we're going to choose Bring to Front. So they're both brought to the front now if I select one of these and I choose Arrange, Bring to Front, same thing. Bring to front, or just select all of them. Now, the next thing we're going to do is take our direct selection tool and choose these two beginning anchors. And then in the top bar here, we're going to choose the Connect Selected Endpoints. And we're going to do the same for these two. Connect Selected Endpoints, and then for other line, we're going to do the same thing. So the beginning anchors and the ending anchors. And now we're going to connect the selected endpoints. And we're almost there. With our selection tool, I'm going to select all the top lines here and all the, I need to make sure I have everything, which isn't going to work like this. I'm going to drag these bottom two to the side for a moment. And then I'm going to select the top lines here with all our rectangles we made in the beginning, like this. And then I'm going to go to Object, Envelop Distort, and then choose Make with Top Object. And now you can see we already have a line. That's the first thing. Now I'm going to move these back here. And I'm going to zoom out a bit. Take all of these rectangles here. And then I'm going to move this one a bit on top and select everything for our second line. And we already connected the end points and beginning points. And then again, with all selected here, I'm going to Object, Envelop Distort, Make with Top Object. So as you can see now, let me zoom in a bit, we have two wavy lines. And because these rectangles were bigger than those rectangles, they do look a bit different. And we can tweak them a bit. So what we can do is with our direct selection tool, if we select this shape, you can see we have those anchor points visible. And what you can do with the anchor points is select them and then drag them around like this. And then like that, you are editing your shape, your 3D shape, you're making it more the way you want it to be, like this. So by selecting your anchor points, you can make your shape different, more like you want it to be. You can also, if needed, add an anchor point. When you hover over the pen tool and you press, you can choose Add Anchor Point Tool, and then you can add an anchor point here in case you need another anchor point. And then with your direct selection tool, you can tweak that anchor point too. Same for the bottom one. Select the anchor point and move it around with the direct selection tool to give your wave line, to make your wave line exactly like you want it to be. And again, I've said it before and I will keep saying it, like with everything in Illustrator, just play around with it and find what you're looking for and how you want it to be. But this is how you can make a dynamic 3D line in Adobe Illustrator using simple rectangles, your pen tool, and the Envelop Distort tool to make this dynamic wavy 3D line. Let me know in the comments below if you liked this video. Be sure to press the thumbs up button if you did. Press the subscribe button if you want to see more of my videos. I have new tutorials going live every week. And for now, thank you for watching my video. Stay creative, and I hope to see you in the next one.